In a world where there was no law, King Hammurabi set the world on a different path that would otherwise change the history of mankind. These group of brave archaeologists not only discovered, but gives a breakdown on the history of the Code Hammurabi. So we're here in Susa, located in northern Iran, and we are on the verge of discovering something pretty awesome. We found this 8-foot tall pillar that has some information on one of the greatest kings of Babylon here. His name is Hammurabi. Hopefully, when we get finished with this and we get it all done, we can have a little bit more information on him, just a little bit more information on what life was like back then. We're super excited and excited for you guys to be on the road.
Hammurabi was the 6th king of Babylonian and the greatest ruler in the first Babylonian dynasty. He ruled for 43 years. Hammurabi believed in the gods of the Anunnaki and Elen, whom he believed that they gave him that name. And also, Hammurabi ruled the nation under him by transforming the small city into the larger ones. He also established law and order, religious building, irrigation project, and defense work. Also, Hammurabi personally oversees the administration of the government. Also, when we look at his life, Hammurabi also ruled the Mesopotamian, the land between the Tigris and the Euphrates rivers, what is presently known as Iraq. His code of laws are inscribed on block of black Dead Sea, which was found in Susa. And Hammurabi really ruled by making sure that he keeps his people secure, and he was not defeated by any military attack.
Here lies the resting place of the Code of Hammurabi and the Louvre Museum in Paris, France. When archaeologists first discovered this magnificent piece of art, their first thought was that aliens must have created it because the culture at that time seemed too primitive to create such a magnificent work of art. However, after further investigation, historians realized that it's actually a code of law, and tradition states that he actually created it himself. However, most historians believe that he probably had some help from other Babylonian scholars. The Code of Hammurabi was found in 1901 by Jacques de Morgan in the ancient Elamite capital of Susa. Many historians believe it was discovered there because the Elamite king must have taken it as a treasure of war when he attacked the Babylonian city of Sippar. At first, when historians found it, they were unsure what the code said, but after they took different ancient manuscripts and compared the language with other ancient languages, they were able to come up with the language and translate it into modern day languages.
So the Code of Hammurabi is exactly what it stated is, basically. So it's all laws or rules to abide by as you lived under Hammurabi's rule. One of the rules that was on there was, if you denied your master, or denied that you were under a master, and you were convicted of it, then you had your whole entire ear just chopped off completely.
For this next scene, viewer discretion is advised.
Hey, you're not my master.
Listen, you're gonna pay for that. I'm gonna cut off your ear with this blade. If anyone is too lazy to keep their dam properly constructed, and the dam breaks and the water destroys a field, then they need to pay the owner of the field to replace the field. Darn, you destroyed my orchard with your dam that you didn't build properly.
Well, I'm sorry, and I hope this is enough to cover it.
According to the law, it is.
Good.
Another one of the laws states that if you agree to tend somebody's field and you steal the crops, then your hands are actually to be cut off.
Hands.
Alright. The two.
What does HEWN mean?
No. You're doing it all wrong. Look. What you want to do is move this stuff closer outward, and then that way the moisture will get to the tree. Are you still in that?
One of the codes was that if a person was in debt, that they would have to sell themselves or one of their wife or their children so that they could pay off the debt. They would be in slavery for the 3 years that they were in there, and unless they were proprietor, in which it'd be for 4 years.
I owe you a lot of money, but I don't have it. So here's my son. Instead.
The Code of Hammurabi was essential to modern civilization. Most historians believe that this was the first look at having rules or laws set in place. But we know from how it is written that Hammurabi used the Ten Commandments as a guideline. Because his reign lasted so long, many believe that it was a staple for other civilizations to copy. Although we do not abide by the code any longer, we still adhere to the Ten Commandments, proving that rules and laws set by God are everlasting.